It's the Swimmers pregame show. And here at the Doghouse, the teams have come over to their benches for final instructions. Donnie Hermiston, second-year head coach at Hood River. Sonny, we've known Donnie for a while. He did statistics for Mark Bailey during the football season. He was, for a long time, the track and field coach at Hood River. He's really been able to develop philosophy with this girls program. They've got the athletes, and it's just kind of a matter of when it all comes together. But one of the things that's a reality right now in Hood River is basketball is not in the top two, to say the least, and maybe for many of the girls not even in the top three, but they've got a lot of quality softball players, and they've got some great volleyball players as well. In fact, their volleyball club team in the Gorge has a big tournament in Las Vegas this week, so the Hood River team is actually down 9 players out of their program, including one off of the varsity squad. Emily Curtis, the junior guard, is not here tonight, but they're going almost exclusively man defense. They've been very dedicated to trying to build that program at Hood River.
Yeah, and watching Hood River, you can see the improvement coming, all year long so far. We'll see. We'll see if missing the one player, Curtis, is going to make any difference. We'll see how Hermiston decides if they're going to come out and play tonight. And like I said, if they can come out and do what they're supposed to be doing, it ought to be a pretty quick game.
Anthem time here at Hermiston High School. We'll take our final break on the Swim Motors pregame show. When we come back in 2 minutes, starting lineups and tip-off on AM 1360 KOHU.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets record the bumpers singing and give proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, singers, that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the homebound
Let's meet this evening the starting line first for the Eagles. Junior number 1, Haley. Junior number 11, Barrett Idell. Senior number 14, Lauren Orr. Senior number 20, Hannah Gurney. Sophomore number 21, Ashley Dawson.
Claire Golson, Sonny Leby here at Hermiston High School. The Bulldog girls hosting the Hood River Valley Eagles. Starters being introduced right now. And for the Hood River Valley Eagles, they will go with the 5'7" junior Haley Baker, the 5'10" junior Barrett Idy, the 6'1" senior Lauren Orr, the 5'9" senior Hannah McNerney, and the 5'7" sophomore Ashlyn Dawson. The Eagles, averaging 39.5 points per game, giving up 46.1 points per game, have lost their last 4. They have a 9-12 record, 1-6 in the Columbia River Conference. Second-year head coach is Donnie Hermiston. The assistants are J.C. Duft, Katie White, and the freshman coach is Steve Noteboom. The lights are dropped, the music is on, and Joe Thompson doing the introductions here this evening with the Hermiston Bulldogs team. 9-13 the record for Juan Rodriguez's squad, 5-2 in the CRC. They will be the number 2 team out of the conference for the second straight year, averaging 44.8 points per game, giving up 46.1 points per game. Jaslyn Romero, the 5'9 sophomore, will be the point guard. On the wings, the 5'9 senior Hannah Thompson, the 6' senior Maddie Jewell, the 5'10 junior Maddie Wilson, and on the inside, the 6'3 junior. He's assisted by Mallory Moss. Dennis Stephanie is the JV coach. Their team won 55-36 earlier on this evening. Freshman coach is Ron Civi. He's assisted by his daughter, Ron's wife, Amanda Rodriguez. Here in Hermiston, the superintendent of schools is Tricia Mooney. The principal at Hermiston High School is Tom Spoo. The trainer is Dan Emery, the athletic director, and this year's administrator of the year in Hermiston School District, Larry Usher, who is assisted by, most important to the program, Lindy Thompson. Bulldogs in all white uniform. They will be attacking left to right across the radio dial. And the Hood River Valley Eagles, it's a navy blue, white numerals, and then yellow lettering. Tom Richards in the jump circle to toss it up. Lauren Orr will jump against Jordan Thomas. Thomas wins the tip in the backcourt. And Sydney Stephanie will bring it to the front court. So change actually. Sydney Stephanie, not Maddie Jewell to start here for Hermiston as they attack. Stephanie top of the key, tries a tray, airballed it short. And Romero saved it in, but she stepped out of bounds. Hood River Valley with the ball on the missed shot to open up the contest. No band here tonight. They are off providing the tunes for Susico the Musical in its second weekend for the drama department at Hermiston High School. So there is a little bit more of a quiet AAU atmosphere here for this girls' game this evening. 30 seconds in, Hood River Valley's first possession. Bounced in the right corner. McNerney, three-pointer off the back iron. Into the hands of Orr. She'll flip it near sideline, and Heidi gets it back up top to Baker. Wayne Coster, Brandon Wilson, and Tom Richards, the officials out of the Blue Mountain Officials Association tonight. Block, and Hermiston's got it. Romero brings it into the front court. Scoreless right now. We're about a minute in to the contest. Wilson between the rings, holding overhead, flips it inside. Jordan Thomas, nice seal down to the right block. Around and out, gets her on rebound, flips it back up and in. Padding her rebounding stats, Thomas had a great look inside. Couldn't finish the first try, but does get Hermiston on the board first. 2-0. 6:44 left in the first quarter. Far sideline, flipped out of bounds and touchdown by Romero last. Far sideline, McNerney, starting pitcher for the last handful of years for Hood River Valley. Inbounds it. Inbounds in the backcourt. It's tipped into the backcourt by Dawson. No whistle. Juan Rodriguez is incensed. Well, not incensed. It's too early in the game for that, but he's showing at least disbelief. On the far sideline, ID on the right wing. Picked up the dribble. Gets it back. Knocked out of her hands. Flips it into the paint. Off of Orr's fingertips, and Stephanie's got it for Hermiston. Flings it up court near sideline. Romero lobs it across. Wilson left block +1. Chance for a three-point play in the old-fashioned way. Barrett ID is called for the harm. Good finish by Maddie Wilson. Good job running the floor to get the opportunity.
It's good to see her getting involved early, Eric, for this Hermiston team, because she hasn't really gotten involved in the last few games.
Foul shot's good. 5-0 Hermiston. 6:12 left in the first quarter. Down inside, McNerney on the right block, stuck there, kicks it back out on the perimeter. Cut across to Orr, and she'll fling it back out on the left wing. Baker misses a shot, Orr rebound, Orr stuck, bounces it. Thomas goes down on the baseline, shot off the back iron. Hannah Thompson has it for Hermiston. 5:44, Bulldogs looking to extend a 5-0 lead. Thompson leaves it for Jaslyn Romero. She'll clean off the soles of her shoes and hand off to Sydney Stephanie between the rings. Bounce right side for Wilson. Wilson double team comes, flings it foul line to Romero. Thompson and around the perimeter, they kick it. Stephanie down inside. Thomas catches right at the 10, right hand lay-in. Jordan Thomas has 4. 7-0, and we've got a pause. We've got a shoot a tie. Loop, swoop, and pull for Barrett Idy over on the far sideline. 5:17 left in the first period. And Hermiston, they've had 2 good entry passes into Jordan Thomas, who comes out of the game for Maddie Jewell. But wait. Now she's being waved in. So Maddie Jewell is in, the defending Columbia River Conference Player of the Year. And she'll be down on the baseline. Hermiston zoning, far sideline, Orr will work her way into the paint. The tall volleyball specialist kicks it out on the right wing. Orr gets it back, right elbow extended. Jab step against Jewell, and it's out off of Jewell last. They came off of her knee, they say.
It sure looked like it went off Orr's shin.
McNerney will inbound into the right corner. Baker lobs inside to Orr. She'll go. Double team comes. Flings it back out on a bounce to Dawson. It's poked out to McNerney at the top of the key. Coming to her left. Leaves it for Idy. Circling behind her. Pass right into the hand of Thompson, who steals it for Hermiston. Down the near sideline. Thompson races. Flips it back out to Romero, and Hermiston will set up. In front 7-0 with 4:35 in the clock in the opening quarter. Stephanie flings near sideline to Romero. Lobbed it up top. Wilson wings it around the perimeter. Thompson down inside. Romero left block. Turn around and an easy lay-in for Hermiston on the set play to extend their lead to 9-0.
Well, it's good to see Hermiston running that little bit of a wheel out there and then looking down and low off the screen.
Not quite to the halfway point. Orr stops at the right elbow, gives it up to Dawson in the right corner, back out to Baker. Baker inside to McNerney in the paint. Turn around, lefty shot is way off and into the hands of Romero off the bottom of the backboard. 4 minutes left in the first quarter. Bulldogs lead is 9-0. Stephanie has it, and she's just across the jump circle, surveying the scene. Bounces it, right elbow to Wilson. Flings it inside, and it's poked away. Baker with the steal for Hood River Valley. The other direction, Baker in and fouled. Maddie Wilson just couldn't beat her to the spot, commits the harm, and will send Baker to the line. 2 foul shots coming for Haley Baker, and a chance for Hood River Valley really to get their first points of the game. They have not had a good offensive look yet.
No, they haven't, and Hermiston's done a good job defensively, forcing Hood River away from the basket.
Baker, the junior, rattles home the first, changes each way, as Sydney Stephanie will come out for Alyssa Green. And for Hood River Valley, Bailey Frazier, a 5'8 junior, will come into the contest and replace Dawson. 2-for-2 trip for Baker, and Hood River Valley is on the board, but they trail by 7 with 3:40 left in the opening period. Romero around the perimeter. Thompson back out to Wilson, and now to Romero. She'll look back to Juan Rodriguez. Has kind of that hang 10 signal with his right hand to call the play. Out on the left side, Romero comes across the court, back out to the right, flings it that way for Thompson. Down into the corner for Wilson, fires it inside to Romero, leaves it for Thompson, right elbow, lob back out to Green, left wing. Given to Romero, the corner 3, front iron falls off into the hands of Orr for Hood River. She'll give it far sideline into the front court. Dawson will bring it. Dawson stuck there, back out. Surveyed, McNerney throws it in the near sideline, nobody cut, and it's out into the hands of Ron Civi, the winningest coach in Hermiston basketball, the freshman coach for so many years. 2:58 left in the first quarter. 9-2 is the lead. Wilson down on the baseline, and Jewell zigged when Wilson thought she was going to zag. That's out. And Jordan Thomas is returning to the contest to replace Maddie Wilson. By the way, my attention is definitely going to be divided. Minute left on the Dan's West Coast Auto Glass scoreboard. Umatilla 42, Irrigan Boys 40 at Umatilla High School. High arcing shot by Baker over everybody. Green's got it on the rebound. Green for Hermiston. Weaves down court and she gets hacked. Bailey Frazier was off-footed and kind of reached out and half tackled Green. They're going to say it's on the floor. Baker comes out, and Danny Valle, the 5'3 junior, will come in. Bounce it into Thomas, out to Green. Green, right corner. Romero tees a tray. Nothing but the bottom of the net. Jaslyn Romero's got 5. 12-2 Hermiston with 2:24 left in the first quarter. Top of the key, Dawson's got it for Hood River. Flips near sideline, or bounces it into McNerney. McNerney against Thomas. It's poked out and stolen by Hannah Thompson. Knocked out of her hand. She gets it back and flips to Romero. Brings it straight down the middle of the floor. Romero edges to her left, still on the perimeter. Hands off to Jewell. Up top to Thompson. Fling near sideline to Green. Down inside to Thomas off her fingertips last and out of bounds. With 2 minutes left in the first quarter, Hermiston's lead is 10. Valle will run the point. The junior brings it into the front court against Green. Left wing, McNerney tries an 18-footer. Back iron into the hands of Jewell. She'll get to Romero for Hermiston down the near sideline. Romero comes. Hermiston looking to add to a 12-2 lead with 1:44 left in the first. Thompson drives baseline. Bouncing it back out. Green on the perimeter. Quick trigger three. Banks it in. Alyssa Green hits a three. And Hermiston's lead is 15-12. 90 seconds left in the opening quarter. Valle picks up her dribble. Green hounds her there. Green knocks the pass out. Romero dives to the floor, knocks it, but back into Valle's hands. Far sideline for Orr. Orr given space. She'll drive it against Thomas. Blocking foul. Jordan a little bit late over there. Picks up her first and the second on Hermiston.
Much better job, though, that time by Jordan of recognizing the drive and trying to use that baseline to help her out.
Lizzie Weekly will come in, the 5'6 junior. She's replacing McNerney. And Weekly will inbound on the baseline. Baskets to her left, looks for somebody to cut, lobs it to the top of the key, caught there by Frazier. Frazier, one bounce, thought about a three. Jewell closed her out, gives it up to Valle, circling up top. Valle on the near sideline for Frazier. Frazier, one bounce and then back out. Good defensive set right now for Hermiston. Really preventing Hood River from getting any good looks. Valle around the right side, Dawson. Dawson throws it away. Green with the steal. Flings it back out to Romero with 50 seconds left in the first quarter. Romero into the front court, looking to add on to the Hermiston 15-2 lead. Hannah Thompson, Jaslyn Romero, left side. Interior pass to Thomas. She missed it. Gets a rebound put back. And Jordan Thomas does it twice in this quarter. 17-2, Hermiston's lead with 33 seconds left in the first. On the left wing, Valle has it knocked out of her hands. Dawson picks it up as Thompson came to the floor. Bounce to the top of the key. Orr there. Orr left elbow. Hands off. Circling right. Dawson bounces out onto the right baseline. Weekly back out. Lots of traffic there. Tipped away from the hands of Dawson into Thompson's hands for Hermiston. Hannah Thompson down in the left wing. Picks up her dribble. 5 seconds left. To Jewell inside. Thomas there. Catches. Gathers. Flings it up and in +1. A chance for a three-point play the old-fashioned way with 1.7 seconds left in the opening quarter. And a foul shot coming for Jordan Thomas off of the foul by Lizzie Weekly, her first and the third team foul. Thomas is a good foul shooter. And the Hermiston Post hits it to make it 20-2. Final second comes off the clock, and we're at the end of the first quarter. 60 seconds, and we're back where Hermiston leads 20-2 here at Hermiston High School at AM 1360 KOHU. Hermiston girls dominate Hood River Valley's offense, don't really let them get a good look, and lead 20-2 after the first quarter of play. Sonny, we were looking for a dominant type performance from Hermiston, get them some momentum. The first quarter was great.
First quarter was great. They were able to go ahead and get the ball into Jordan Thomas, but what started it off was Hermiston's dynamic defense. They just played lights-out defense and only 2 free throws and no real good looks at the basket.
Hood River possesses the ball to start, and they throw it away. Haley Baker bounces it out of bounds on the far sideline, looking for Ashlyn Dawson. Barrett Idy is back in. Joined out there for Hood River. A first look for us at Gracie Myers, the 5'10 sophomore. And we've got a long 2 knocked down by Jordan Thomas. Oh, no, she was at the rim.
She was at the rim.
I was looking in the wrong spot. She's got 11, by the way. Green knocks one out on the other end, out of the hands of Myers. It'll stay Hood River Valley ball. McNerney is their 5th on the floor right now. Hermiston has Thomas and Thompson, Stephanie, Green, and Maddie Wilson. 30 seconds into the second quarter. And a 22-2 lead right now. Stephanie pokes a pass in the backcourt, but Baker secures it. Baker out on the right wing. Drives into the corner, stuck there. Drives baseline, flings it out past everybody. Stephanie's got the speed, and she gets beat to the spot by Dawson. Dawson, left corner. Baker, 3-ball. Off the back iron, Wilson crashed into, and they will call a rebounding foul on Barrett Idy. Her second and the 4th team foul on the Hood River Valley Eagles. Dan's West Coast Auto Glass scoreboard there in overtime at Umatilla. 42 apiece after regulation and a minute plus into that game. By the way, after 1 quarter at Vanette Court, the Hermiston boys are up on Hood River Valley 17-16. Stephanie near sideline, out on the right wing, will start to back up. Almost has her pass poked away, flows it to the far side. Green back out to Wilson, leaves it for Reagan Myers. Looking inside to Jordan Thomas, and Hood River Valley, they don't like to zone, but they're in one right now against Jordan Thomas. Stephanie up top. Comes right side, hands off to Wilson, circling. Wilson has it poked out of her hands. Myers down in the left corner. Myers forces it in to Thomas. Thomas gets it in traffic, misses the shot, tips the rebound to herself. Putback is off as well. Rebound poked around and poked out of the hands of Myers. It will roll off of Wilson last out of bounds. Hood River Valley gets the ball, but Hermiston is attacking with some vigor the offensive rebounding and getting themselves second and third opportunities.
And that's that's the key to Hermiston. If they can own the boards, which they should be able to with the size of Jordan inside, this could be, like I said, they can shorten this game up pretty quickly.
Out on the right wing, Baker has it tipped out of her hands by Stephanie, so Hood River Valley will inbound about 12 feet up from the baseline. Jaden Ray will come in for Alyssa Green. You go from the senior to the freshman for Hermiston. Bulldogs lead is 22-2 with 6:03 left in the second quarter. Between the rings, Dawson has it. She'll drive down past Stephanie to the 10 and a lay-in. And Sydney Stephanie just got beat there by Ashlyn Dawson. First field goal of the game for Hood River Valley. Other end, a foul, and 2 shots coming on a Jaden Ray attack.
Yeah, that was a nice job of Jaden Ray really pushing the pace down the court and getting the pass inside and getting the shot up.
Orr was called for the foul, her first 15 foul in Hood River Valley, and Hood River Valley will call a 30-second timeout with Hermiston in front 22-4. We're just gonna watch the TV now. Umatilla 45, Irrigan 43. 1:13 left in overtime number 1. Umatilla came from behind. They were down by as many as 6 in the second half. It's been a close game all the way. And Umatilla, Scott Bowe, the first-year head coach of the boys' side after coaching the girls for so long, they are taking the air out of the ball here and almost had a turnover. What's on the line over there, Umatilla, is the winner will get to host in the round of 16. The loser goes on the road, and it could be a long road. The back of the napkin, as I said earlier, is that if you sketch out the bracket, a loss for the for the Umatilla boys could mean they're going to Medford next Saturday, Cascade Christian. Irrigan loses, they could be going to Coquille. Umatilla by 2, timeout with 47 seconds left. We're back in action here. Jaden Ray missed the first and the second foul shot, and the rebound is secured by Idy for Hood River Valley.
That's a rarity for Jaden. She is really a good free throw shooter.
Which at times is a rarity for this Hermiston team. As a team, they shoot about 60%. Ray gets a steal, then loses the ball on the other end of the floor in the fast break. 5:28 left in the first half. 22-4 is the advantage. On the far sideline, Idy circles to the foul line, gives it to Orr down on the baseline, and poked out of her hands. Orr gets it back out on top to Dawson. Dawson going to work, past Ray to the lane, cannot get the layup to go. Ray's got the rebound for Hermiston as she pushes the pace, a 4-on-3, and now it's Hood River Valley doing a good job of getting back. Stephanie has it out on the perimeter. Right side for Reagan Myers, and Hermiston will whip it around. About 24 feet away with each of these passes. Myers up top, gives near sideline to Wilson. Down to the right corner for Ray. Maddie Jewell is in running baseline right now. Poked out of the hands of Stephanie. Picked up by Ray. Bad pass stolen the other direction. Idy blocked from behind, and a foul called on Maddie Wilson. And she looks at Tom Richards and said, that was the ball I hit. I get to hit the ball. It's allowed. You can't call that. But he did. It's the second on her and the third team foul. 4:41 left in the first, and it's 22-4. First foul shot rolls around and out for Idy, and Hermiston will pull Wilson out and bring Hannah Thompson back in. Danny Valle returns for Hood River Valley to replace Ashlyn Dawson. Second free throw for Barrett Idy rolls in. Her first point cuts the Hermiston lead to 22-5. Hannah Thompson out on the left wing for Hermiston, and the Bulldogs quickly get into the front court against another 2-3 look from Hood River Valley. 4:30 left in the first half. Ray on the right wing, one bounce and back up to Stephanie. Left side, Hannah Thompson, 3-ball short. Stephanie gets the rebound, turnaround in the paint, off iron, might have been blocked, and Orr has the rebound for HRV. Gets it out to Baker, across the timeline, she'll bring it for the Eagles. Far sideline, hesitates around Valle, pull up 12-footer, right baseline, too hard. Orr's got the rebound, spins back to the block, is stuck, double team, now triple team. Stephanie pulled it away, and finally the jump ball whistle comes. With 4 minutes left, and Jordan Thomas and Jaslyn Romero will come back into the game for Stephanie and Myers. And the Bulldogs possess up by 17. We had a flurry of a start to this thing. The first 4 minutes of the second quarter have produced 2 Hermiston points and 3 Hood River Valley points. Juan Rodriguez called for a timeout. He was barking orders, not seeing what he wanted out of the offense, and now instead he'll just pause this thing. A 30-second timeout with 3:48 left in the second quarter. And Juan Rodriguez said Tuesday was not good. In fact, he said after the athletic director, Larry Usher, described to him what the boys' game was like here, where Hermiston's boys won, but 46-41 in kind of a lackluster evening where there wasn't a whole lot of energy. Juan's like, that's it. That's what we had in the Dowels. And they won, but they won in a kind of a frustrating fashion, a lackluster fashion. But he said Wednesday he really challenged the team, and he had them play a lot of just 5-on-5 full court stuff. Wasn't really calling a whole lot, and it got very physical and very aggressive. Jordan Thomas, rebound putback. Jordan Thomas missed again. Rebounded by Idy, and now Hood River Valley has it after a couple of tries right at the rim for Thomas. 3:30 left in the second quarter, 22-5. Down the left lane, Baker blocked by Thomas. Thomas gets it to Romero on the near sideline. Romero works it into the front court for Hermiston. The sophomore hesitates and drives high off the glass, short. Rebound, put back. Thomas is fouled on the putback by Orr, who looks around in disbelief, and Orr just committed her second. And the 6-team foul on HRV. Romero comes back to half court to have a conversation with Juan Rodriguez as Jordan Thomas gets ready for a couple of foul shots. She has the only bucket for Hermiston in the second quarter. Orr will come out. Gracie Myers in. And Thomas will try on her second. And missed them both. Rebound taken by Thompson, and Hermiston keeps possession. Leaves for a cutting Thomas. Thomas flings it from 8 feet out. Short on the shot. Bumped by Myers. Hood River Valley's got the ball. Trailing still 22-5 with 3 minutes left in the second quarter. Down on the right side, ball poked away from McNerney. Thompson dives for it, can't get it. In the lane, a jumper hit by Myers. Myers hits the second field goal of the contest for Hood River Valley, who waited until 2 minutes into this quarter to get there first. And Hermiston's lead is down to 22-7. Thompson down left corner, head fake, gets right past Heidi and pulls up. 8-footer is good for Hannah Thompson's first points of the game. And a 24-7 lead for Hermiston with 2:24 left in the second quarter. Myers on the left wing. Via at the elbow, back out to Myers. By the way, double overtime now in Umatilla. They're playing the Oregon boys for the Eastern Oregon District title. Knocked out of bounds on the near sideline. On the Dan's West Coast Auto Glass scoreboard, it's 45 apiece into that boys district championship game. 2:10 left in the first half, 24-7 in favor of Hermiston. Into Romero, skips it across right side. Ray is open. Rail drive around a defender. 8-footer short, gets her own rebound, kicks it into left corner. Romero, extra pass. Thompson, 3-ball. Too hard, long rebound, comes all the way out to Baker on the perimeter for Hood River Valley. She'll drive and attack. Blocked from behind by Romero, and Jewel chases it to keep it in play. Bulldogs in front, 24-7. 1:42 left in the second. Jewel at the top of the key, bounces near sideline. Romero into Thomas. Thomas, turnaround right block. She's fouled. 2 shots coming for Jordan Thomas. How about Romero's chase down block and then Jewel to keep it in play and get the possession for Hermiston?
That was good hustle on both young ladies there, and really good hustle by Maddie Jewell to go ahead and show that she can still move on that one leg that she's got bummed out.
And Thomas hits the first of her 2 foul shots. Reagan Myers comes back in along with Alyssa Green for Hermiston as Ray and Jewel come out. Thomas, the touch to get both. And Hermiston now is in front 26-7 with 94 seconds left in the first half. And Thomas has 13 to lead all scorers. Baker jogs it into the front court. The junior point guard edges to her right. She'll take it right down the right lane past Green. Rebound by Thomas on the long shot. Romero drives through traffic, dribbles behind her back, keeps the possession for Hermiston, gives left wing Thompson. Bounce top to Green, near sideline Myers. Myers, couple of bounces, looking inside, lobs it into Thomas, gets it in traffic, out to Green, right corner 3, can't bank it home. Rebound put back for Thomas off the back iron. Thompson under the basket is stuck. She'll dribble back out. Green up top to Myers, who knocks it down and keeps it in play. Under a minute left in the first half, and Hermiston will reset. Romero whips it into the right corner for Green. Back out to Thompson. Inside to Romero. Dumps it across. Left block. Thomas right there. Can't finish again. And the rebound is picked in by Frazier for Hood River. She'll get it to Baker across the timeline. Baker drives lane. Lobs it underneath. Myers there. Blocked in a foul called. Thomas blocked the ball, but she got Myers with her hit.
She got her early on the first part of the drive, and Jordan might be a little upset with that, and the crowd might be, but the official missed the initial foul and then made up for it by calling her on the arm, which is going to result in 2 free throws. So
Myers good on the first foul shot, and she'll get one more.
Waiting for the Bulldogs, number 20, Kevin Jordan.
Second one's off the back iron. Myers has it for Hermiston. Near sideline gives to Romero. Romero into the front court. Hesitates and drives. Teardrop right hand glass and good. Romero has 7. 25 seconds left in the first half. Hermiston's lead is now 28-8. Baker at the top of the key, guarded by Green. Hands off on the right wing by Dawson. Dawson down to the right block, misses a shot, gets her own rebound. Stuck on that right block now. Stolen away by Romero for Hermiston. 5 seconds left. Romero wings it up court to Thompson. Left wing, 3-ball too hard. Rebound comes out to Green. She flings it up over everything at the buzzer, and that will bring us to halftime. Hermiston leads 28-8 with Jordan Thomas pacing everybody with 13 points as we go into the locker room. On the Tom Detchel Ford Country Halftime Show, when we come back in 2 minutes, we will hear from Antonio Campos, who signed his letter of intent on Tuesday to continue his soccer career at Walla Walla Community College. That's after this 2-minute break on KOHU.
And now at halftime, let's see our halftime performance in the Hermiston cheer game.
Well, we won't have anything next weekend. Another key sunny. It's the Tom Mitchell Ford Country halftime show coming to its conclusion at Hermiston High School. Hermiston girls. Oh, apparently it wasn't my turn yet. American Sunday, the Old West Federal Credit Union broadcast booth high atop Hermiston High School at the end of the Tom Mitchell Ford Country halftime show. Hermiston girls 28, Hood River Valley Eagles 8. Hood River Valley, 3 points from Gracie Myers, 2 each from Haley Baker and Ashlyn Dawson, and 1 from Barrett Idy. They'll start with the ball attacking left to right here in the second half on the far sideline. Hannah McNerney to inbound the ball. Out there with Ashlyn Dawson, Lauren Orr, Barrett Idy, and Haley Baker. Dawson down under the right baseline, hands off, and Baker will get out into the right corner. For Hermiston, it's Jaslyn Romero, Hannah Thompson, Maddie Wilson, Jordan Thomas, and Sydney Stephanie. An attack to the rim, and McNerney lays it in to open up the scoring here in the second half and get Hood River Valley into double digits. Bulldogs still in front by 18, a half a minute into the third quarter. Jordan Thomas, their leading scorer with 13. Jaslyn Romero has added 7. 3 from Alyssa Green, and Maddie Wilson and Hannah Thompson has 2. Romero gives near sideline. Thompson to Wilson. Interior pass to Thomas. Poked away. Wilson keeps it for Hermiston. Right side to Thompson. Thompson out top to Wilson. Wilson lobs near sideline. Stephanie knocks it down and flings it into the corner for Romero. Lob back out to Thompson. She'll work her way into the paint. Fling it up left hand. Short into the hands of McNerney for Hood River Valley. They possess a minute into the third quarter. Down 28-10. Little pick and roll action there from Idy. No pass into her. Dawson has it out on the perimeter. High pick from Orr. They try that. Left elbow jumpers off the back iron. Rims out into the hands of Thomas for Hermiston. 28-10 Hermiston. Lobbed up court to Romero in the left corner. She'll fling it, and it's tipped by Idy into the hands of Orr. Hood River Valley's got it on a Hermiston turnover. What was turnovers in the first half, Sonny?
Hermiston ended up with 7 turnovers to Hood River's 10.
Hood River has it. Attacking to our right. Baker up top, hands off to Orr, circling left. In the paint, she's stuck. Good defense by Thomas. Orr steps back and hits the jumper over her for her first points of the night. 28-12 as Hood River scores the first 2 buckets of the quarter in the first 2 minutes. Jaslyn Romero hands off to Sydney Stephanie. Bulldogs ended up 2 of 6 from the foul line in the first half. They have a couple of three-pointers made. Stephanie tries to bank in a three-pointer at the top key, too hard. Baker the other direction for Hood River Valley. She'll attack Stephanie, and a foul is called on Sydney Stephanie for standing close to Baker as she shot the ball. It's Stephanie's first, and the first team foul on either team in the second half. 28-12 the score line with 5:39 left in the third. I guess the other big question is rebounding in the first half.
Hermiston, 23 rebounds in that first half. A lot of them second chance, 9 offensive rebounds. And for Hood River, 10.
Alyssa Green will come in for Hermiston. As the second one goes for Baker, she's got 3 points. It's 28-13. Steal and laid in by Idy. Laying in the weeds there, picked to pass, and now Hermiston's lead is down to 28-15. Hood River Valley has opened the quarter on a 7-0 run. Romero turns it over. Orr steals. Flings it to Dawson. Dawson for the Eagles. Down the middle of the floor. Bounces it for Heidi. Heidi spins around. Foul line running. Jumper floats in. Heidi's got 5. Hermiston's lead is down to 11. 5 minutes left in the third quarter. Romero out on the far sideline. Stephanie flings it near sideline. Green lobs it into Thomas. Thomas one bounce, flings it up, +1. Chance for a three-point play the old-fashioned way, and Heidi got ran over the top of, and I think she's even going to get the harm for the problem too. She will. Heidi's third, first team foul on HRV in the second half. With 4:54 left in the third quarter, Jordan Thomas at the foul line to try to complete the three-point play the old-fashioned way. She cannot. Wilson rebounds, though, and gets it out to Green on the left wing. Back up to Stephanie, and Wilson has it out on the right side. Into Thomas. Thomas goes to work. Blocked from behind by Orr. Thomas gets it back, blocked again by Orr. Near sideline, Baker's got it for Hood River Valley. She'll race down into the right corner. Gets bumped, stuck in that corner. She stepped out of bounds. Baker puts her hands on her head, but her pivot foot was in play, and her off foot had just toe-touched out of play. 30-17. Eagles have started the quarter on a 9-0 run. 4.5 minutes left in the third period. Stephanie picks up her dribble, skips it near side. Green out to Wilson, left wing three ball. Nothing but the bottom of the net. Maddie Wilson has 6 now. Third three-pointer of the game made by Hermiston. It ends the scoreless drought for Hermiston. 4:17 left in the third quarter. Orr bounces out onto the right perimeter for Bailey Frazier. Up top to Dawson. Loses her dribble at the elbow. Leaves it for Frazier down the left lane. Dawson left baseline 18-footer. Couple of bounces off the rim. Rebounded by Orr. She clears some space and a jump ball as she is tied up. 33-17 in favor of Hermiston. Stephanie jogs it into the front court. Will hand off to Jaslyn Romero, just about the jump circle. Juan Rodriguez, 5 fingers up on his right hand, calling the play. Wilson catches at the elbow, back out to Stephanie. Stephanie skips near sideline to Green. Hermiston needs a little bit of spacing out on top. Stephanie has it between the rings. Looking right, gives it that way to Wilson. Whipped back into Stephanie at the foul line. Out to Romero, right wing, long three ball. Back iron too hard, it's poked out, and a last touch by Hood River Valley. Hermiston will possess. 3:26 left in the third quarter. Hermiston in front, 33-17. Blocks and elbows for the Bulldogs. Lobbed in the paint. Thomas catches it, hit from behind. Jump ball is going to be called. That was her left arm, but it'll be a possession arrow for Hood River Valley. I think Juan Rodriguez mostly displeased the fact that his 6'3" post had that ball taken away from her without being able to finish at the rim. Orr down on the left baseline, and she walked. 33-17 Hermiston. And Maddie Jewell will come in for Jordan Thomas. 3:15 left in the third quarter. By the way, on the Dan's West Coast Auto Glass scoreboard, Hermiston boys at halftime were in front 32-30 at Hood River. And it's over in Umatilla, an Irrigan win in double overtime, 53-48. Irrigan is the EOL district champions. Romero out on the right wing. Head fake it a drive. Leaves it up top for Green. Whips it near sideline for Stephanie. Lobbed it across right side to Romero. Flings it back to Wilson. Wilson will put it on the floor. Drive it to the paint. Float it back out to Green. Green lofts it to the right side. Romero back up on top to Stephanie. She'll flutter it to the near side. Wilson down into the corner for Green. Back out. Romero tries a tray. Too hard. And inside. The rebound is pulled down by Frazier. 2:30 left in the third quarter, 33-17, the Hermiston advantage. Baker between the rings, coming right side, bounces to Orr down in the right corner. She'll bring it out of the corner, stuck now, tries a shot, Jewel block, picked up by Dawson under the basket, and a bucket for her. 33-19 with 2:10 left in the third quarter. Wilson into the left corner, gives to Green. Green stuck there. Couple of bounces, brings it out of the corner, lobs it up top to Wilson. Flips it over to the far side. Romero down inside to Wilson, kicks it into the corner. Skip pass to the left side. Green tries the tray. It is very short into the hands of Dawson for Hood River Valley. Minute 50 left in the third. 33-19, Hermiston's lead. Step back 12-footer, short for Dawson. Romero's got it. Romero's got a 1-on-3. She'll slow up and late for reserves. Dribbles behind her back to get past Dawson. Leaves it for Jewel left elbow. Bounces it back out. Romero right side for Stephanie. Stephanie flips down into the corner for Wilson. Wilson flops it back up on top. Stephanie. Stephanie, a couple of bounces. Excuse me, Green to Stephanie. Green in the lane. The runner from 8 is good. Alyssa Green's got 5. 35-19. Minute 14 left in the third quarter. And a timeout given to the Hood River Valley Eagles with a minute 11 left. They will take their second 30-second timeout, with Hermiston in front 35-19. 1:11 left here in the third. We'll be back here on Tuesday night, and this is where it all matters. The Hermiston girls and Pendleton, frankly, where it matters is for both of those teams, their RPI seeding. Hermiston is 14th coming into this game tonight, but the boys' game is for all of the Columbia River Conference marbles. Now, the CRC is not a conference with the shiniest marbles in the world, but you still, if you win the marble shooting contest, there's a good chance you can be a home team. Now, it's not a guarantee if it's Hermiston. If the Hermiston boys win tonight at Hood River, and then they beat Pendleton, it will be very close as for whether or not they get in the top 16 in the RPI and a guaranteed home game. We'll talk plenty more about it on Tuesday night. We go on the air at 5:30. Down the lane, Baker short of the shot, rebounded by Jewel. Jewel will bring it into the front court for Hermiston as the Bulldogs lead by 16. Final minute of the third quarter. Wilson lobs it underneath. Jewel's there, left block, +1, chance for a three-point play the old-fashioned way. Maddie Jewell's first points of the night come with 52.7 seconds left in the third quarter. Second foul on Hood River here in the half, and it's Hannah McNerney who is put into the book for that. No.
Yep.
I thought that was Myers myself, but McNerney is checked in to the book for the foul, and the foul shot goes for Maddie Jewell. 50 seconds left, 38-19 Hermiston. On the right side, handoff to Dawson. Dawson guarded by Romero. Will take it to the right 10, shorten the shot. Myers has it for Hermiston, flips underhand to Romero. Romero bounces onto the left wing for Thompson. Thompson back to Romero. Romero flips it inside with the right hand to Myers, tacking the 10 and a lay-in. Reagan Myers is on the scoreboard, 40-19 Hermiston's lead, with 23 seconds left in the third quarter. Hood River brings it into the front court quickly on their offensive sets. McNerney circles down baseline, short in the shot. Jewell secures the rebound, and for Hermiston gets it out to Romero near sideline. Into the front court, Romero lobs it into the left corner. Myers steps back to the three, swishes it. Reagan Myers, 5 straight points for Hermiston to close the third quarter, and the Bulldogs lead is 43-19. It took the Bulldogs almost 4 minutes of that quarter to get on the scoreboard, but they end up scoring 15 in the period, and they lead 43-19. Go into the fourth when we come back in a minute on 1360 KOHU. Hermiston girls with the ball and a 43-19 lead. Right elbow jumper for Anna Thompson to open up the fourth quarter of play, and the Hermiston lead is now 45-19. Thompson just her second bucket here of the contest against this Hood River Valley Eagles team that had a nice little run to start the third quarter, but Sonny, Hermiston ended the quarter on a 10-0 run. They've extended now 12 straight points, and a block for Maddie Jewell. Hermiston's got it, leading 45-19.
Nice job by Hermiston. They started out the beginning of the third period a little sloppy, a little bit sluggish, and settled it down a little bit, got their rotation back, and now we're playing some pretty good basketball.
Stephanie in the paint, back out to Wilson, lobbed into the left corner for Myers, who closed the third quarter with 2 baskets in a row, a 2 and then a 3. Myers has it at the top of the key. Flings it far sideline for Wilson. Gets it right back in. Myers has it ripped out of her hands. Stephanie, though, has it for Hermiston. To Wilson. She'll try the three-pointer. Too hard. The rebound into the hands of Frazier for Hood River Valley. Flings it Dawson far sideline. Dawson into the front court. Dawson attacks the paint. Around and out on the 8-foot shot. Into Myers' hands for Hermiston. Up to Stephanie. Stephanie's got a 1-on-4. She'll slow up and wait for help. 6:25 on the clock in the fourth quarter, 45-19 in favor of Hermiston. Down inside, pass poked away by McNerney out of bounds. Hermiston will keep possession. First, some changes coming. Jordan Thomas back in and a couple of freshmen to join her, Paige Palzinski and Jaden Ray. And it's Maddie Wilson and Hannah Thompson coming to the bench. Lizzie Weekly returns for Hood River Valley. Out there with Dawson, Lauren Orr, Frazier, and then ID rounds out the 5 for the Eagles. Ray up top gives to Romero. 6:13 left in the fourth quarter. Hermiston's lead is 45-19. Pass by Myers is poked into the air and stolen. Frazier up court to Dawson. Leave it out on the far side. Dawson picks up her dribble. Dawson hands off to Heidi. Heidi on the left wing. Gets it right back in the left corner. Guarded by Romero. Picks up her dribble. Flings it onto the baseline. Pass inside. Orr will go against Thomas. Foul called. Jordan Thomas will send Lauren Orr to the line for the first time tonight on Jordan's third foul, and just the second team foul on Hermiston. After 3 quarters at Hood River, the Bulldogs closed the period on a 12-2 run. They lead 44-37 at Vanette Court. Orr hits the first of her 2 foul shots. Hermiston 45, Hood River Valley 21. Award 2 for 2 on the trip. She's got 4 points. 5:40 left in the fourth quarter. Myers near sideline, passes poked out of bounds by Heidi, stepping in front of something intended for Paige Palzinski. We saw a lot of Palzinski kind of in January, and now I think she's been getting more minutes at the JV level just to make sure she gets more repetitions down there. But in here for the fourth quarter now. Interior pass poked away, and down the near sideline, ID comes for Hood River, lobs it up court. Ray comes and steals it away and saves it into Palzinski. Palzinski gives to Thomas, back to Palzinski, and now Romero will bring it into the front court for Hermiston, leading 45-21. Palzinski near sideline, up top to Ray, lost at the handle, get it back and out to Romero. Right side, thought about a 3, instead better of it, wings it near side. Palzinski takes it in, flings it over everything off the backboard into Frazier's hands. 3 minutes gone in the fourth quarter, 45-21 the Hermiston lead. Girls trying to get to 10 wins on the season, 9-13 coming into tonight. Well off in the shot by Orr. Ray's got the rebound for Hermiston. Bulldogs looking to add on to what is currently a 24-point lead. Dawson back picks Ray and takes it for Hood River Valley. 4:35 left in the fourth, 45-21 the Hermiston advantage. Into the front court, Dawson slows up, checks up and gets it to the left elbow. Orr going to work. Double team comes, bounces across. Right side, Heidi, 12-footer short. Heidi has the ball ripped out of her hands by Myers, and Hermiston has it. Romero will start to jog into the front court. Picks up her dribble, top of the key, hands off to Myers. Myers back near side to Romero and up top to Ray. Ray flips it over to the right side. Palzinski down into the corner for Romero. Romero lobs it underneath, and it's poked away from Thomas by Orr. Into the hands of Weekly, and Hood River Valley will attack. 45-21. Changes coming, 3 of them for Hermiston at the next pause. We just passed the halfway point of the fourth quarter. Down the right lane, short on the shot by Dawson. Rebound, Orr in the paint, and she's tied up. Jump ball possession will stay with Hood River. They make 2 changes. Baker back in, McNerney back in. Hermiston's 3 changes become 4 changes. Polzinski and Ray and Romero and Myers all out. Jordan Thomas stays with Jewel, Green, and Stephanie, and Hannah Thompson. 3:45 left in the fourth. Bulldogs by 24. McNerney drives right baseline against Green. Cut off there by Green and bounces it back out. I don't know if she realized what kind of height advantage she's got over there. Orr bodied up against Thomas. Thomas fouled her. Just reached, had good defense until Orr had really sized up the shot. And then Thomas commits her 4th foul, got Orr on the arm.
Jordan just needs to, once she gets that position there, stand her ground and keep her arms straight up.
3rd team foul, by the way. And with 3:33 left in the fourth quarter, 45-22, as Orr is good on the first foul shot opportunity. Hood River Valley is 8 of 11 from the foul line. Now make it 8 of 12 as Orr misses the second. Hermiston's lead is 23. Right side, Green in the corner. Back out to Jewel. Hermiston whips it around the perimeter against this Hood River Valley zone. Pass looking for Jewel, poked by Thomas into the hands of Baker for Hood River. A 1-on-2, she'll run right over the top of Stephanie. No whistle to it. Picked up by Thompson for Hermiston. There's something on that play. It's either offensive or defensive, but there's nothing. It's not a no call there.
Yeah.
But no call. I mean, the block charge continues to be the most perplexing call in at least this side of the state of Oregon. Stephanie down inside, hands off to Thomas. Thomas short on the shot, and Orr's got it. Hermiston, after they opened up this game 20-2, been a little disinterested. Baker misses that shot. Hood River is also starting to be a little bit slow to get back down the floor. Jewel in the left corner, inside to Thomas. She's right at the 10 and an easy turnaround lay-in. 17 for Jordan. Need some help here. All right, there we go. Get some changes coming. Ball poked away by Stephanie out onto the perimeter, though. Kept by Frazier. Frazier out to Heidi. Heidi's shot is off. And we have a foul on the rebound with 2:11 left in the fourth quarter. And Hermiston in front 47-22.
Jordan just fouled out.
Jordan Thomas called for her 5th, 4th-team foul. And Jordan will be replaced by, well, Maddie Wilson comes in. And now here come Daisy Maddox and Hannah Earl. Stephanie and Thompson come off. Jewel stays. Green stays. And on the baseline, McNerney lobs it in. Orr catches in the right corner. Orr bounces inside past everybody, picked up by Wilson. Wilson races into the front court. Slows up. And now looks back out on top to Jewel. Around the perimeter. Left corner for Earl. Earl back out to Wilson. Wilson down into the paint. Loses the ball off her knee, last out of bounds. With 1:47 left in the fourth quarter, Danny Valle will come back in for Hood River Valley to replace Baker. 47-22. And it's all over but the final buzzer and the final total. Hood River will lose their 5th straight. Fall to 9-13. Their game is on Tuesday at the Dowels to see who's 3rd place. Right elbow, and Orr floats one in over the front iron. She's got 7 lead scorers for Hood River. 47-24. Around the perimeter, Wilson tries a 3-pointer. High off the back iron, and bodies falling all over the place. Up court the other end. Frazier past Wilson and lays it in. Bailey Frazier's first points, and now a timeout. As Juan Rodriguez wants to sub, he'll take a 30, with Hermiston leading 47-26. Minute 10 left here in the fourth quarter. Tuesday to wrap up the regular season. The Hood River team's in the Dalles. Hermiston's team's hosting Pendleton. The only thing that's really settled is Pendleton girls are first, Hermiston girls are second. Third place in the CRC girls will be decided between the Hood River and the Dalles. And all 4 positions are still up for grabs in the CRC on the boys' side. Now, the top 2 are decided. It'll be Hermiston and Pendleton playing for 1 and 2, and the Dalles and Hood River will play for 3 and 4 on the boys' side. But nobody knows exactly where they're finishing. Minute 10 left in the fourth quarter. 47-26. Jaden Ray was that last change. Green in the right corner. Up top to Earl. Earl gives it up to Ray. Green to Earl in the right corner. And Hermiston just motioning around the perimeter. Earl gives it up to Ray, near sideline for Green. Maddox, top of the key, tries a tray. Front iron short. Rebound is poked around, and Hood River Valley secures. Valle has it with 44 seconds left. And Hermiston's lead is 21. Right side, McNerney left open. 3 ball, rolls off the front iron and out. Poked around, and Wilson chases it down for Hermiston. 32 seconds left. And the Sparse student section over there, trying a winning team, losing team chant underneath. Wilson is blocked by Orr. Near sideline, poked out of bounds by Earl. And so on the far sideline, they change it and say it's off of Hood River last. Hermiston will have the ball with 20 seconds left, up 47-26. Into Ray. Ray at the top of the key. Leaves it for Maddox. Near sideline to Earl. Out to Green. Ray. Maddox. Hermiston will pass it around the perimeter. Trying to decide whether or not get a look here for Earl. It's not going to happen. Valle poking Green. Pokes it away at the buzzer. Green, a bemused look on the senior's face. She got scratched. She's angry. Doesn't really matter. It's all over. 47-26. Hermiston wins here tonight over Hood River Valley in, well, that's the Thanksgiving football game where nothing really